Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today discuss about a counterblast to tobacco by King James. Okay, a counterblast to tobacco 1604 is a pamphlet written by King James I of England in which he strongly criticizes the growing habit of smoking tobacco. At a time, tobacco had recently arrived from the New World and was becoming fashionable in England. Many people believed it had medical benefits, but James I rejected these claims. In this work, the king presents a moral, medical, and political attack on tobacco. He calls smoking a barbarous custom and compares it to a harmful and dirty habit that damages both the body and the soul. He argues that smoking is unhealthy, wasteful, unpleasant, and unsuitable for civilized society. The pamphlet also reflects James's belief in good manners, self-control, and public health, showing how the king tried to guide the behavior of these subjects. Overall, a counterblast to tobacco is a moral warning and a strong royal protest against the use of tobacco in early 17th century England. So now come to the summary. A counterblast to tobacco. King James I wrote a counterblast to tobacco in 1604 to oppose the rapidly increasing use of tobacco in England. At that time, smoking was becoming fashionable, and many people believed it had miraculous medical qualities. James challenges these ideas and criticizes tobacco from three angles: health, morality, and social behavior. He begins by mocking the belief that tobacco can cure all diseases. He argues that such claims are foolish and have no scientific basis. Instead of healing the body, tobacco harms the lungs, corrupts and breeds and weakness a person's health. He calls smoking a filthy custom, describing the smoke as dirty, unpleasant, and unnatural. James then attacks the moral aspect of smoking. He says that the habit is unsuitable for a civilized Christian society because it encourages idleness and lack of self-control. He compares the act of smoking to the behavior of barbarous and uncivilized people, suggesting that Englishmen lower themselves by copying such habits. Next, he criticizes the social effects of smoking. He says it produces a foul smell, makes people offensive to those around them, and wastes money. According to James, smoke pollutes the air, their clothes, and their homes. He even claims that smoking damages social politeness and good manners. Finally, James concludes that tobacco gives no real benefit, either physical or spiritual. It harms health, wealth, and spoils good behavior through these pamphlets. He advises his subjects to reject tobacco and behave with dignity, moderation, and reason. Objective of a counterblast to tobacco: to warn the public about the danger of tobacco. Jameson wants to show that smoking is not healthy but harmful to the lungs, breath, and general well-being. To reject false medical claims, he aims to oppose the growing belief that tobacco can cure all disease. James argues that these claims are unscientific, exaggerated, and misleading. To promote moral discipline, one major objective is to teach people self-control and good behavior. He believes smoking encourages idleness, addiction, and lack of discipline. To defend social manners and civility, James wants to maintain politeness and good social conduct. He says smoking creates bad breath, foul smell, and unpleasant behavior that disturbs others. To protect English society from foreign barbarous customs, he aims to show that smoking came to uncivilized cultures and Englishmen should not copy such habits. To stop unnecessary waste money, the king James warns his subjects to avoid spending money on a habit that gives no real benefit, calling it an economic waste. To guide his subjects as a moral ruler, as a king, he sees it as his duty to advise the and correct the people for the good of nation's health and morals. Now come to the themes. Themes number one: physical and health and physical harm. A major theme is the danger of tobacco to human health. Jameson argues that smoking damages lungs, spoils breath, awakens body, and provides no real medical benefit. Number two, moral discipline and self-control. James stress the importance of moderation and self-discipline. He says smoking is a sign of weakness, idleness, and lack of self-control, which goes against moral responsibility. Civilization versus barbarism. James portrays smoking as a foreign and barbarous custom taken from uncivilized cultures. He argues that civilized English society should not imitate such habits, social decency and cleanliness. A strong theme of is social etiquette. James says smoking leads to foul smell, dirty habits, and impolite behavior, making individuals unpleasant to others. Misuse of money and wastefulness. He highlights the theme of economic waste, arguing that people spend money on tobacco without gaining any benefit. Critique of false knowledge. James challenges the false medical claims surrounding tobacco. He criticizes that idea that tobacco is a miracle cure, showing how society accepts, understands, believes royal authority and moral duty. The work reflects the theme of kingship and authority. James writes as a moral guide, believing it is his duty to correct the bad habits of his subject. That's it to this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.